Yoga time. All right, so then quick update now. With taxes, we solved one of the issues, which was trying to figure out for the one thing we confirmed that the duties thingy majiggy does go to business cost of goods, but then we now have to call customer service tech support at H&R Block because the industry code, it literally, even the industry code I use is even used in the example for the industry code, but when you try to use the industry code, it just doesn't register and it just doesn't work. So we have to solve that. And then after that, we found out that we don't file ITCs with the normal taxes. We have to submit a separate form when we file for our GST HST remittance or something like that. And so now we have to call them up again to sort all of that out. And also we're trying to figure out the CRA My Business account thing, because I think I have one of those. And currently they're having error 500 and the page doesn't load, so there's that. And also I only have, I don't know if there's 30 or 31 days in this month, so we either have 15 or 16 days left to completely finish our taxes before it's late. So yeah, lots of fun. So honestly, at this point, I don't even know if we're gonna get them done today. All right, so I just finally finished with the first tax return, which is for like my business personal combination thing. I still have to, well, at least based off of what I had to do 1 year, I only did it once, but even though I filed taxes twice, so I don't know what the whole thing is with that. So I might end up having to do it again this year. I might not. I do not know. But I remember I had to file it again on a different account. So on Monday, we are going to be solving that. We're going to be solving how much I owe in the quarterly GST remittance. We're going to be solving all of the things for ITCs, getting all that stuff sorted out. Not sorting that out today because it's Saturday and it is 9:14 p.m. So my goal for now is to try to finish listing these hair pieces. I've gotten most of them done. I still have these ones left though. And sync up the stores, but yeah, then that's pretty much it. And the chair is shedding and it makes it look like there's dead bugs everywhere, although those might actually be dead bugs. Oh yeah, and then also for the past week or so, I've been every time I get a little bit or a couple hundred or so in PayPal, I transfer it to my bank so I could pay taxes. But then I just went and I looked, and the CRA now accepts PayPal, so I didn't actually have to do it like that. But oh well, that's fine. Now I know for next time that the CRA has upgraded to accept PayPal. So yeah, I'll work on that next time. But time to get working on these. It's Monday, I'm getting to work again now. I got this dinosaur body and legs for free from someone we know. They noticed I had the head and they had these and they didn't want them, so they just gave them. So then I can combine them and get the complete dinosaur listed. So I'll have to work on that. I'll have to message them saying thank you later. I'll have to find the store again. Then today it is the goal to hopefully, well, I don't know if I'll be able to finish today, but I do hope to make, well, I hope to finish, but I don't know if I actually will, with taxes. So today we have to worry about the ITC stuff. Trying to figure out all that stuff, because before we had the number for how much I have to pay in quarterly tax installments, but then based off the guy we talked through H&R Block, it's actually we need to go in a different route, because we're supposed to, with the ITCs, I thought we were supposed to just claim how much we spent on tax with based off the receipts that meet the qualifications, and then we get that money refunded. But now he's saying that how it's done is we get all those numbers together, then we deduct that from the amount that we thought we had to pay in tax, and then that we divide into the quarterly installments, and that is what we pay each month. I don't know, so we're going to have to add up every single receipt from the last 2 years, because I didn't claim them last year, because I didn't know that they existed last year. Believe it or not, I found out about them through the Bricklink forums, so that's interesting. And so then Yeah, so today we're going to be adding up the totals for how much was spent on sales tax for the past 2 years or so. I can't claim any further back than that, even though you technically can, because prior to 2 years ago or so, I wasn't technically a registered business, so I can't claim that because you can't claim ITCs until you're registered to collect a GST HST. So I have to find out where that cutoff point is, and that's as far back as I can go. Might be 2.5 years at this point. I can't remember. So I'm gonna have to work on that. We've got a lot of receipts that we've kept from a lot of different things, but I am trying to make it a goal this year to try and print off receipts for absolutely every single purchase that I have made throughout the year. So that's what I am going to be working on and stuff. So yeah, this is a lot of stuff to do. Yogurt time. The taxes drive a man crazy. Well, it's now 10:45 p.m. and it took, well, for lack of better words, the entire day to get this one number right here. I was going back for receipts for the past 2 years. I couldn't do this year's because this year's not over. But we did the research, and from what it looks like, you can claim ITCs for previous years before you registered for a business. So we did all the research on that, but they are still in different columns. So when we're on the phone with the CRA tomorrow, we will ask just to confirm all that type of stuff. But then this number here is the grand total of tax paid on receipts that we could find and receipts that we could find that had the GST HST number on them. So we now have that number there, which took the entire day to literally look through every receipt from the past 2 years, see what we could do. Some of them we had to find the GST HST number online and then add, because according to the CR agent, don't take this as legal thingamajiggy or anything like legal advice, but according to the CR agent we spoke to, we can, if we find the correct GST HST number to put on it, we can manually write it on the receipt. So there is that, and so we were doing that for a couple of them. And so now the thing is that makes this super fun is the CRA is officially closing down tomorrow because they're going on strike. So unless they reach a deal tonight or something, which is extremely unlikely, most likely it's like 200,000 federal employees are going on strike, including the CRA. So we do hope that they're going on strike in the evening and not the morning, because by the time we finally got this stuff ready, and I didn't remember about the strike, so when my dad suggested we call them earlier in the morning to figure it out, I was like, no, we don't need to, because then we just should get the numbers so that we can just get everything done in one go. And then he reminded me after they closed that they are having the strike tomorrow, and then it was too late because when we checked the time that they closed at 8, and it was like 7:40 when we were looking at it, and there's a 1 hour 10-minute wait time on it, so that didn't work out too well. But then hopefully tomorrow they don't go on strike before this, and we're hoping it's tomorrow midnight, which would make sense because they're going on strike tomorrow. So like at the end of the business day, I hope. I don't know. But yeah, I'm leaving all this stuff here so I can take like a 15-minute break now, and then I have to go upstairs for supper and stuff. But yeah, finally got that done. So tomorrow I hope to be finished taxes. I think that's the 5th day I've said that in a row now, but it is the goal to hopefully, once this year's taxes are done, completely reorganize the way that I do taxes, so that next year taxes can be done like relatively fast, because I should have everything properly organized, everything printed, and the know-how of actually how to do half this stuff, because I've only been doing it for like 3 years now, so I don't really know that much about taxes and stuff. So hopefully we can get all this stuff organized and figured out. So yeah, hopefully next year will be a bit better, but I'll have spent like 2 weeks this year on tax related things alone. All right, so now I'm going to start pulling orders while my dad's taking a nap. Then once he's up, then we are going to call the CRA, hopefully figure it out, and then after that should be hopefully today finished with this year or last year's taxes, or well, it's this year's, but it's this year's last year, like all that confusing stuff. And then after that, I'll probably take a bit of a break so that my brain can unwind from that a bit. But then I need to start getting all of next year's taxes ready, because then I need to use that filing system I showed previously, organize everything for next year, make sure I have every single receipt printed out with all the proper numbers on it from this year purchase wise, and make sure absolutely everything is all caught up in that sense. So yeah, I'm going to start on all of that now then. Already sold one of the minifigures that was just listed. It should be relatively near the top. You should see it in just a second. Should be right here. This is box. Oh! Well, I knew that would happen. I'll just move these back to the side over there. I'm looking for the clown from The Simpsons. I've watched the show, but I think his name was Krusty or something. I think that's what it was. I don't remember. Let's get this plume out of here. Where is he hiding? Oh, right here. There he is. So I sold this guy right here. Just listed him, and he already sold for $6. So it's not anything too expensive, but it's always nice to see minifigures selling that were just listed. So yeah, now pulling the Paz Vizsla that sold. So here's in drawer 4372, which is right here. Got another one for sale already, and so yeah, then you can see it's Paz Vizsla here, and so he was for $59.99. I have another one listed at $64.99 now, and last time I checked, it is still the cheapest in Canada. The one more was in Canada at $65, 1 cent more than mine, and then one at $79.99, which is $15 more than mine. So it should still be the cheapest. So just finally got off the phone with the CRA. It's about an hour, 15-minute wait time. And so feel like we finally have everything sorted out. We were able to solve a few things. Can't claim as many credits as we thought, because it's worded really weirdly on the website. So we just wanted to clarify, and it's good we did, because you can't collect ITCs on things before the business was registered, but you can up to the date it was. It's worded differently, but it makes no sense, but that's just the way that the CRE is, I guess. But that is all sorted out now, so we can figure out exactly how much we have to remove a few of the things. I finally figured out why I got the $2,000 refund last year. It's because I accidentally forgot to say to the CRA that I already paid all of the taxes from last year in the quarterly installments, and so then I paid them again when it was tax season, and so now we finally figured all that out, and so that's all sorted out, and then we figured out how to get the quarterly installments and everything like that. So we're going to make sure to try and document everything this time, so that next year it can be super fast by time to ship orders out, but I'll probably have yogurt first. Yogurt done. Alright, so a whole bunch of other stuff is done now, so now what I'm going to do is grab this book right here from the tax return for 2021, because that's where all the receipts are. Then I'm going to find all of the receipts that are before the date registered for the business, and then add up that total so we can deduct it from the other total, because then we don't have to add up every receipt, just the receipts that we have to remove from the total. Then I can enter that line on the one thing, then I can enter how much I paid already on the other thing, and all that type of stuff, and I should be able to get all of that stuff figured out, hopefully. And so yeah, there's a little bit to do still, but if all goes according to plan, I should be able to finish tonight. And it's kind of a deadline that we have to finish tonight, although I mean, I think you can still file online when it happens, because unless something changes, the CRA is going on strike tonight. So hopefully I can just get all this done before they end up going on strike. Well, I mean, technically it's tomorrow, but it's like tomorrow at like 12 in the morning, so something like that. But I have to get working on all that now, but I should hopefully be able to finish up with this. So just finished with the GST HST return thingamajiggy, and it was a bit confusing, because after we finished filing it, we went to calculate the quarterly installments for next year, and then it said that according to their records we didn't need to file anything. So I'm assuming that's because our net tax was only $800, because we had claimed all the ITCs. So technically, and we ended up getting, like, in traditional Nub Select fashion, ended up overpaying the CRA by almost $3,000. That's almost 2 years in a row now. Well, it was pretty similar. But yeah, that's all good fun, I guess. But I should be getting that back. But then I can't call the CRA anymore because they're going on strike tonight, and their offices have been closed for several hours now. So we're gonna just wait for the CRA to open up again, and also for the tax to get assessed, and then after that's all done, we can figure out our next course. I'd say there's at least, well, based off of historical records, there's like a 33% chance I'm getting audited again. So probably that'll happen. So this may just be the start of this year's tax fund, but we did finally create a sheet for how we actually did it this time for next year and stuff like that. And I am, as soon as we finish putting this stuff away, I'm going to be starting either today or tomorrow on preparing all of the stuff for next year already. So hopefully next year should be going significantly smoother. But yeah, hopefully that's done now. Once I finished taxes, I was just taking just a few dimensions of some parts. I am almost on the second row now of parts, so there's still the 3 things there and a little bit at the bottom of used parts left, and then hopefully all of the used parts should have dimensions that I have, and then there's also all the stuff in boxes that needs dimensions. Then I just went ahead and I had an older video from one of my other YouTube channels, so I did finally get around to uploading that. So yeah, then tomorrow, okay, there shouldn't be really any tax stuff here, so I can show, well, at least not the right pile, but then I've got piles and piles of receipts over here and stuff like that that I need to work on tomorrow. So yeah, then it's a busy day tomorrow again. But yeah, I should hopefully be able to get most of the stuff done. And yeah, I guess we'll see the CRA strike tomorrow. And then I'll have to wait to see how long until they're back to work again, and then place the phone call and try to get that stuff all sorted out. But in the meantime, it's finally a little bit of a break now that all that tax stuff is done. Well, hopefully, but with how everything is, then it's probably going to end up being that I have to do some other stuff, and they try to make everything as complicated as they can, it seems, online, so who knows, but finally done with that for now, at least. So yeah, someone had commented on a video talking about how they've now added Bricklink as a service onto Brickstore, and it does seem to work, which is good. I've always used Instabrick, but that was what worked best for when I listed directly onto Bricklink. And although I did pay a whole bunch for the unit, I did get a camera out of it, and I got access to services like this like I want to say 2 to 2.5 years ago. So it definitely paid for itself in the meantime. But then let's just quickly try out a few more random parts. The camera box is a lot smaller though, and it's scan, you just click on it. And yeah, it seems to find the stuff, so that's pretty good. Then we'll just try quickly. What if I go and I grab 3 different torsos? Let's get this back up so we can see what we're working with. So we'll put one there. Then we'll put 1 second there. And then a third one here. All right, so now we have 3 here. So will it find them if I scan all of them? Well, let's see here. We've got, no, it doesn't seem to work too well when you try to do multiple. It finds the one, which is right here. You can see there, but then the orange one is the overall version, but it's just showing the orange stripe version on this one. But then what about ones like that? So it's a bit weird how you have to click it up every time you want to scan it, but let's see if this one worked. Yep, that one worked. So yeah, it works overall pretty good. Can't complain about any of that. So then the one other thing I wanted to try real quick is if I go and where is it now? It's over here somewhere. Okay, it doesn't seem to work for larger parts, but that's fine. So I'll just grab a couple random stickered parts. So this is where Instabrick had the most trouble with stickered parts, because a lot of them just weren't scanned in yet. But to my knowledge, which I don't have too much about Bricklink, it does seem to work slightly differently. So in the same way, they don't need to have everything already there, maybe. So let's see. This one here, it could very well be that one. With only 1 sticker. Mine probably shouldn't have 2. That doesn't quite look right. So then I'll just go for One second, right here, here. So this here is part 52031. And then go here. I should add white. And then blue. Okay. So yeah, that seems to be the correct one. Mine just has too many stickered parts on it. And then we'll try this one here. It's larger than the actual scanning thing, so we'll see how all that still works. It still works perfectly fine. So there's that. So I was able to find that one. What about this one right here? Let's see. Let's see if it'll find this one here. It found this one. Okay, so this, I almost want to say it's superior to Instabrick. So that's interesting there. I wonder if it's just trained on the data from the one image on Bricklink. And if so, they've got to have some pretty interesting services, or not services, but things that they train it on. So yeah, it's finding everything. Wow, it's faster than Instabrick. Seems to have better results and everything. So that is definitely interesting for sure. So we'll try this one. Yeah, it's finding absolutely everything. Okay, now the question is, would it find something like this? We'll try that real quick and see if it'll find that. No, but I honestly can't blame it for that one because it's barely even there. This piece is entirely too large. So we'll try that. Yeah, there's, oh, well, it found the correct part at least. So 45301, 45301. Orange, I should type as well. Okay, so there's a few different patterns. That's not it. Mine may be missing stickers, so that one might be it. I mean, that one, oh wait, no, it looks like this one here. So yeah, this part here. So, I mean, it still found the piece, so yeah, can't complain on that right there. So yeah, then I guess that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting one to use for sure. I should just put this stuff away. So yeah, it seems arguably better than Instabrick. So let's see if I can pick these guys up again. I'm not having much luck with this. I can't pick them up. Okay, there we go. Well, I dropped one and I bumped into that, so I'll first put those back there. I got a lot of sacred parts I need to get to. Where did this guy go? Right here. I guess I should have probably listed these, but then who knows, I might just take this container over and work on it for a little bit. So I'll move that there. This here is the accessories, which we're getting sorted, but then I kind of stole the entire table again. So yeah, this here is some decent parts that I have to list. I don't think this one here is worth too much, but there I have found some very pricey parts in here on multiple occasions, and I haven't even really gone through it to look for valuable parts. I just grab containers and list them and stuff like that usually. But yeah, this here is going to be an interesting one for sure now with that. So that was the plan, but yeah, this is the end of the vlog. So thank you for watching. If you got this far, today is Wednesday. The CRA is on strike, although even though there's over 155,000 employees on strike, the thing said that they just have slightly delayed call centers, but honestly, I have no idea. I'm probably just gonna wait because I don't know if I want to listen to the on-hold music for 2.5 hours to ask one question. But yeah, then I guess I should be getting to work. But thank you for watching the vlog. If you got this far, today is Wednesday, so the next vlog should be out on Saturday. But yeah, then I've got lots of stuff to do. I can probably start a little bit on this. Then I should probably start putting away some of these papers and documents for next year's taxes and just start getting all that stuff organized. But yeah, this is the end of the vlog.